Oh, thank you, Vivian. Vivian?
Yes, ma'am.
Aren't you going to speak to me at all this morning?
No, ma'am, I'm not.
May I know the reason?
You already know the reason, Mrs. Wheeler. There's no sense in my telling you something you already know.
So that's it. You can't stay angry with me forever.
Yes, ma'am, I can. Unless you change your mind about leaving Houston.
Tina, nice surprise. How are you?
Hardy Newman, the best detective south of the North Pole. I'm just fine, thank you. You know, you would never be cast as a private eye in a movie. You just don't look the role.
Well, that's why I'm good at my job. So, how are Vicky and Stryker? I haven't seen them for a few weeks.
They're fine, too.
Well, what can I do for you, Rena?
Hardy, I have a very special favor to ask of you.
Sure, what is it?
I want you to follow Ashley Marshall, Justin Marshall's wife.
I don't think I quite understood you. You want me to follow Mrs. Justin Marshall?
That's right. Don't worry, I have a very good reason in asking you to do this.
I don't know.
Now, I know you've done a lot of detective work because Mama and Daddy
That's
rave
true,
about
I have.
you. Good. Then you shouldn't have any trouble in doing this for me.
Well, that all depends what it's for. Most of the investigative work I do for Vicky and Stryker is for business reasons. Is this business?
Not exactly.
Rena, if you want me to follow someone, I have to know why.
I want you to find out who Mrs. Marshall's doctor is.
I'm still not making any sense out of this.
Mrs. Marshall claims to be pregnant. I have every reason to believe that she's lying.
So you want me to follow her to find out if she's pregnant?
Yes, exactly. Will you do this for me?
I don't usually get involved in this kind of thing. And I still don't know why you want to know this.
Hardy, please, it is very important to me.
Look, I don't think that...
If you get this information for me, there'll be a nice little package of money in there for you.
Look, I think you'd be better off getting someone else, someone who does this kind of thing.
No, I wouldn't think of it. Hardy, you've got to help me. Her name is Ashley Marshall. She works in the building right across the street from World Oil for Marshall Oil Company.
I remember that company. Are they back in business?
For the time being. Hardy, I hope you get right on this because it means an awful lot to me.
Hello, Vicky.
Hello, Dennis.
I'm sorry if I'm interrupting you at a bad time.
No, you're not at all. Please sit down.
Thank you.
I wasn't aware you were back at work.
Well, actually, I'm not. That's the reason I'm here.
Oh, what is it, Dennis?
I came by to give you my notice.
Oh, Dennis. I'm very sorry to hear that. But you know, you really should be talking to Elliot about this. It is his department.
Well, I've already spoken to my father. But I felt that since you're the one who arranged for me to work at KVIK in the first place, I should give you some kind of explanation.
No, you don't owe me any explanation. Are you taking a job in a related field?
No, it's nothing like that. As a matter of fact, I'm not taking a job at all. Not right now, anyway.
Oh, you taking a vacation?
Sort of. I just need to get away for a while.
Well, what are you planning to do?
I don't have any plans. I guess when you come right down to it, I've never really known what I wanted to do. I'm just falling into things, and I'm tired of living my life that way.
I can understand that, Dennis.
You can?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do. And I think you're doing the right thing. And if there's ever anything I can do to help you, please let me know.
Well, thank you very much, Vicky.
Well, Dennis, we're going to miss you. You've done a very good job for us. If you do decide to stay in broadcast journalism, there are always openings at other stations in the Victory Network.
Thank you, Vicky. But right now, I want to put as much distance as I can between myself and the things that have been happening in my life lately. You know my mother's leaving Houston as well, don't you?
Yes, I do. Are you going with her?
No. Whatever decision I make will be my own. But right now, I'm not really sure where I'm going. I'll see you later.
Good luck, Dennis.
Thank you.
Vivian.
Oh, Mr. Wheeler, am I ever glad to see you.
Why? What's the matter? What's wrong?
Would you please talk to Mrs. Wheeler
About what?
about her leaving Houston? She kept that a secret from you because she didn't want you to talk her out of it.
Oh, Vivian, she didn't keep it a secret from me. She told me about it yesterday. I just didn't take her seriously.
Well, you're wrong, Mr. Wheeler. Believe me, I know her. I know she's very serious about
Vivian,
leaving.
I don't know what...
You just can't let her do this. Got to make her see that she's just running away.
Vivian, I can't stop Mrs. Wheeler from leaving Houston if she's made up her mind.
See, the thing is that she keeps saying that she's made a mess of things here, and in a way, of course, that's true. But, Mr. Wheeler, there's so many people who wanted to stay here. I'm going to be in the kitchen, so just tell me when you finish talking to her.
Is Ashley going to be working here with you?
There you go again, asking about my wife.
Merely a passing interest, Justin. Nothing to get excited about. We did go to school together, or have you forgotten?
No, I haven't forgotten. But it's a long time ago. I think it would be good for you to keep your relationship with my wife in the past where it belongs.
Well, I was just wondering how long she was going to be working. I mean, I thought with the baby and all...
Thank you for your concern. She's still working. The baby is still months away.
Yes. May I speak to Dr. Kirkman, please? No, I'm not a regular patient. This is Mrs. Justin Marshall. Thank you. Dr. Kirkman, this is Ashley Marshall. Is it possible for me to come in and see you today? It's very important. Dr. Kirkman, this is really very important. Is it possible for me to see you tomorrow? I need help.
Glenn, what are you doing home in the middle of the morning?
Vivian called me at the office, said there was an emergency here, asked me to come right home, and I find out that the emergency is you.
I love Vivian dearly, but she does tend to overreact.
Well, she's not overreacting. You are serious about leaving Houston, aren't you?
I told you yesterday I was leaving.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't think that you were serious about it. As a matter of fact, I talked to Elliot about it. He didn't believe it either.
Elliot obviously doesn't know me as well as he thinks he does.
What are you trying to prove?
I'm not trying to prove anything.
But you can't leave like this.
I really don't see why everyone's in such an uproar. Oh, I'll bet some people, and you know exactly who I mean, are dancing in the streets.
Oh, come on, Iris, I'm serious. Vivian thinks that you're running away, and I'm beginning to agree with her.
And if I am, is that so terrible?
Yes, it is. If you are running away. Oh, Iris, you made a mistake. I've made mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Why don't you reconsider?
I've made my decision.